Hey guys, I'm Penny Hills Regret and welcome to my channel Soul String. As many of you that have seen my videos will know, I review lots of new guitars, new guitar amps and pedals. I'm really excited by the technology aspect of it, and I'm a great fan of innovation. But what I do want to talk about today is guitars or music generally and emotions. So as an example, I want to show you this guitar. So this is a Gibson Les Paul made in early 1990, and this was my second guitar I've ever had. My first guitar was a red Washburn Super Strat type thing. It probably sounded rubbish, but I didn't know any better. That lasted for about a year and then started, probably just needed a setup or whatever it was, but I didn't know how to do it. So then I started pestering my parents to get another guitar. Fortunate enough that my parents actually went to New York City and got me this second-hand Gibson Les Paul. I remember at the time, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know the brand. I didn't know the model type. I remember just giving them a piece of paper, which I ripped out of Guitar Player magazine, and it had a picture of Slash on it with his Les Paul. And I told them that's exactly what I want. I didn't actually ever think they would get it before me, but hey, I was lucky. Unfortunately, I don't actually know what guitar store in New York they got it from, but I can probably find out through, I think I still have the original receipt. So, as I said, this was secondhand. It was actually in great condition when I got it. So I got my hands on it in 1992, I believe. And this is in early 1990. So obviously the previous owner played it for about 2 years, a year and a half. That owner gigged with it because it did have a bit of bounce buckle rash at the back, which to me indicates that he was standing up. But generally it was in great condition. Frets were really good. Everything worked well. So in reality, this was my main and only guitar for most of my youth and most of the bands I played in. I played everything from rock to punk with this. And let's say I gave it a nice beating. I wasn't particularly careful with it, so no doubt it got dinged up a little more than it should have. And in hindsight, maybe it's not the smartest thing to do, but hey, go tell a 17-year-old me that's just playing in a punk band. What I found was really interesting later on, and I've got no clear documentation on this, but this is just a normal Gibson Les Paul standard USA made. But obviously it's in this beautiful black, which now is fading off a little bit, but it's in this incredible black with the cream pickups, which is a bit unusual. I understand that this was a limited series that they did do in the 90s for specific shops. It had gold covers as well, which I probably took off, and pick guard, which again I took off. Thank you, Slash, making me take all this stuff off. I still obviously have them, but I've not seen many of these around. I think I've seen another one very similar to this on the internet. I think our dear friend Trombley might be able to help me out on that one. But generally you can see the binding has turned this beautiful yellow color. It was definitely a lot lighter than that, if you can see the difference with the pickups. But yeah, one thing to know, this is the heaviest guitar I've ever played. It literally weighs twice the amount of my other guitars that I have. To be honest, as a younger man, I didn't mind. I didn't even notice. I just put it on and rocked out. I would not want to gig with this for 2 hours. Now, it's a backbreaker. It's literally a chunk of wood, all mahogany. I cannot tell whether it's a 1 or 2 piece, but I tend to think that it's a proper chunk of wood. Still sounds great, but it's certainly one that I have retired now, and I'm going to keep and cherish at home every once in a while, play at home with it and remind myself how good it sounds. And it's got a really warm sound. And so this is my lovely Gibson Les Paul, which I will cherish for a very long time. And it means a lot to me. Yeah.